Shalom Akim. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well, and Shalom to the sincere Akim, spreading their truth and sincerity. Shalom. So in this video, I want to, speak on a on a short dream that I had last night, and it was going into the MOTB, man. What was being mentioned in the dream, because I was in my backyard, and from the dream itself, I don't really know like the year or the time the time frame that it was, but the only thing that was being mentioned in the dream was that like next year, the digitalization and the pushing forth of the agenda concerning the MOTB. So like already also known as the RFID chip or the NFC chip, that will be more of a how do you say that, like it's more gonna be not really mixed up in society. Yeah, like it's gonna be more prominent in society, man. That's what this woman in my dream told me, and I don't even know who the woman was in my dream, but I was being told and informed that next year, and like I said, I don't know what year it was in my dream, so don't hold me accountable for saying, yeah, you make this video in 2025, so 2026 is the year it's gonna be about. I'm not sure. I don't know. Only thing I know is that this dream indeed does, speak on something that is going to happen, in the future, wherein this society is going to have a more prominent, where the digitalization or the fourth industrial revolution or the fifth, which one? I'm not even sure, man, but where they're going to merge man with machine is going to be more prominent, so like I said, in the dream I was being informed that next year this technology is going to be more prominent in society, but that we basically should not fear or have any anxiety concerning what's going on or what is going to happen, but that we just need to make sure that we how you say that, do not accept it for what it is, and what I mean by that is that we should not take this technology when it has to be inserted in the body, because that is what this prophecy is about, that this society is going to be directed towards a moment in which the whole world is going to be tried, and where the government is going to enforce the people to take this technology, man. But from what I could perceive from the dream is, yes, they're going to move more towards a society in which that is going to be more prominent, but as long as it is not enforced upon the people, by force, we have nothing really to worry about yet, and I don't want to say that we should worry at all, because we have the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakadash, that backs us up and that guides us and steers us in the right direction. But what I mean to say with this video is like, yeah, in the future, this technology is going to be more prominent. But as long as we don't take this technology, as long as we don't allow, Esau, to put it within our body, we are able to, basically use the world, but not abuse it, man. Make use of the society as long as possible, up until the point that, society is going to be forced, to take this technology, man. Because we know that it speaks about, the society, preparing itself, for that one moment, you know. So this is Revelation chapter 13, and let me go straight to the point. It says, and he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And if you look up the word cause it, in the Blue Letter Bible, you will come to find out that the outline of biblical usage goes into, basically to prepare the society, to prepare, So everyone, everyone upon this earth is basically being prepared, or, this society is set up in such a way that the people of the earth are being made ready, prepared, to eventually receive this technology. It says, and he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So like I said in the dream, I was being mentioned or being told by this woman. It was being mentioned by this woman, and she told me that next year, like I said, yet again, I don't know, what year it was in the dream, but I was being told that next year, this technology that Esau is creating, and is being busy with, and is, basically perfecting, is going to be more prevalent, it's going to be more prominent in the future. Next year is what I mentioned in the dream, but it's going to be more prominent. And what we do see happening right now is that, countries in the EU, and even England, if I'm correct, they are preparing, and getting ready for that digital idea, which the digital idea can be put on the phone, so that the hard copy of the idea is not necessary no more, but now it's on the phone, which that is a convenient thing, right? And over here in Holland, we already have something called DigiD, and DigiD is like a platform in, which you're able to access, government websites, different ones, whether it is for a license, whether it is, things related to your idea, whether it is medical, you have the possibility to access those websites through DigiD. It's a governmental type of websites are able to be accessed with the DigiD. Which means that they have all that information that is digital. They have that through that one, app already. But now they're gonna make it more convenient and more prominent, that people, only need, that specific app with all that information concerning you on there. And that is also those steps that are being taken. Those steps that are being taken for, the society to um, eventually accept, the enforcing of that RFID technology, or the mark of the beast, by those small steps, which is also being called gradualism, in which those steps are being taken so that the people get used to it, because if certain things would happen all of a sudden, that will cause basically like a reaction, because not people be like, hey, what the heck's going on? Because it's too rapid, it's too all of a sudden, so you're gonna get basically a how you say it, basically you get a reaction back. People won't accept it as quick. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And this goes into the fact that you will not be able to participate in society, in the future, if you do not possess this technology, which is that RFID technology, the mark of the beast, which they're going to use, to basically create people that are, pledging their allegiance, or, want to, keep on participating in the society because they put their trust in Esau, Edom, the so-called white man upon the earth. You see, a lot of people not knowing that the moment they do take it, that's going to be their downfall, man. And there are even going to be those that do know about, the prophecy written in Revelation chapter 13 and know what it is about. But when push comes to shove, they're going to be so afraid that they're still going to be down with it, man, because that's when a root test is going to start, man. Because the whole world is going to be tried, tried is being tested, what your faith is being made of, man. So you're going to have people out there that eventually will show you that they have no faith, man, when they was in this truth. But basically, a long story, short, the dream the dream that I had was that in the future, basically, next year is what was being told in the dream. This society is gonna have more of the technology and steps being implemented and taken, that will cause this society to be, closer and closer, to the moment in which Esau Edom is going to enforce the people, enforce upon them the RFID chip technology, either within their hands, or those that, have other things going on wherein they're, gonna have a brain chip, you see. And society is gonna be established in such a way that the only way for you to participate in society and basically quote unquote have your basic necessities of life the only way for you to have that is when you take this technology, man. Otherwise, you have to turn to the Heavenly Father and put your faith and trust in Him that He will sustain you, you know. And otherwise, you would have to put your faith and trust in your own hands if you would not believe, in a higher power, and call it survival, man. Survival of the fittest, to say it like that, you know. But yeah, this society is going to be prepared, to that one single, moment which, is going to try this whole earth, you know. Those that do take this technology will be destroyed by the Heavenly Father by thermonuclear missiles. Also, those that will take it, they're gonna acquire and receive, basically cancer sores in the region where they got that technology implemented, you know. So yes, we're getting closer and closer to that specific moment, and the Heavenly Father basically showed me a glimpse, of what is to come. A society, in which, you know, um, the merging of technology with man, is gonna be more prevalent. Wherein more steps are being taken, to eventually have the people accept this technology, man. And I'm talking about the majority of the earth, because those that are in the know, those that, have that protection by the Heavenly Father, those that are chosen by the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, they will not take this technology, man. They are already being forewarned, and they are warning the people not to take it. You see? And with people, I mean our people, man. The Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But also those that were scattered among the heathen nations, looking like the heathen nations, but whose lineage, does go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob according to their father's seed line, you see. So yeah, with that, I do hope and pray that this video was edifying. And with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, who teach and rule well. And shalom to the sincere Akim, spread this truth and sincerity. Shalom.